Cash prize number 2 for the San Francisco track is instant voice. Instant voice. So it is running on the web. Do you have a really cool time?
As you can see, it's assigned a phone number there. We're going to give that phone number a call and give it a try.
Thank you for calling Great Star Theater. How can I help you today?
Do you have any shows tonight?
We don't have any shows tonight. Our next event is the Hanfu Fashion Contest on November 3rd, 2024. Let me know if you need more information.
That sounds awesome. What's your bag policy?
We recommend bringing small bags only, as large bags may be subject to search or not allowed inside. If you have specific items or concerns, feel free to ask.
Thank you. I think that's it. And then the audio got cut off on this, but the audio got cut off on this part, but I'm trying to show how we're using the VAPI analytics to figure out if the user asked anything that it wasn't able to answer. Eventually that'll be integrated in the product, so you'll be able to get a report of the kinds of things people ask and additional information you might want to provide to give the best user experience to callers.
That's a great segue.
Wouldn't it be crazy if you could create voiceovers?
That YouTube algorithm knows this too well. It would in fact be crazy. Tell us a little bit about the sort of approach you took, the tech stack. What was easy, what was hard?
Sure. So I actually do run a theater in Chinatown, and we really do get a lot of phone calls that some folks don't answer it anymore. And most of the information is on our website. So I've been wanting to scratch my own itch for a while. I, about a week ago, built something specifically for the Great Star Theater on top of the OpenAI real-time API. But it was pretty specific, and it was a bit of a pain to make it. So I thought for this hackathon, how about I build something that is generic, that anyone can use? They just put in their business address. So what it does, as far as on the tech side, it uses, so basically it scrapes using Firescrape, pulls all the information from the website, Firecrawl, okay. Pulls all the information from the website, puts that in GPT-4o, gets some structured data out about the business, the phone number, the industry it's in. Knowing the industry it's in allows us to, we have custom crafted prompts for different industries. So for example, in the theater industry, it'll automatically pull structured data for upcoming events. Restaurant industry, it can pull your menu. But then it just dumps all of that in GPT-4o and basically tells it to make a guide for a new receptionist you're hiring. And it puts that in VAPI, which is this really awesome platform. I was planning on having to build it all myself, which is going to be a lot, but too much for a hackathon. And then I found out about VAPI, and it literally does everything I would have done manually. It just does it automatically. So there's a little bit of tweaking around with it. We get the phone number in Twilio. It works really well. It is live. I put the link on Discord. It's also in the YouTube video description. It's callai.okcoodoa.com/auto because it's a hackathon, but we'll have a better domain eventually. But yeah, I'm planning on using this myself at my theater. So, yeah, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, just that don't all use it because I think it costs us like a couple of dollars. New phone number, and also that the VAPI integration. Roger told me last night. He's like, oh yeah, it might be a little bit tough. It's like midnight or something, and then you get like a bunch today, but like you managed to figure it out in a couple hours. So that's both testament to Roger, but also the ease of use with the API.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
So who do you envision using this? Because I can imagine different use cases, but like where would you like to see this being used?
Well, initially, focusing on scratching my own itch for SMBs, small local businesses, basically. So, for example, there's a bar across the street from my theater. He has the same issue. He doesn't answer his phone, but wants to book VIP tables. And I was talking, the owner of it the other day, and he was like, he wants something to exist because I showed him the Great Star demo. He said, well, can you make one for me? So I did make one for him as part of testing. So now he's got one too.
And then, are you planning on pursuing that some more after?
Yeah, so I think the plan is to get a bunch of local businesses trying to use it, starting with people we know, but then expanding out and trying to get people in more industries using it, figuring out the rough edges. Again, we have some custom code for restaurants and theaters, but you could imagine it being used for hair salons and for all sorts of other businesses. He actually used to work at Apple, built their automated customer support systems when you call Apple, and it's not exactly AI, but it's smarter than your average phone tree. So the idea is to kind of take his learnings from that and maybe scale to larger companies eventually.
Do you envision there being any sort of like marketplace where we can find small businesses that use this kind of technology so that to make our lives easier?
I mean, the goal is that you just go on Google Maps, any phone number you call, they use us instead of going straight to them. But yeah, at the moment, it's more kind of see how the response is and see what it works best at, and keep making it work better, different verticals.
Thank you. Great
Awesome,
job.
thank you.
Do you want to do the next one? No, I just